Reboot the Ranger. Welcome back, lads. Reboot Ranger here again. Back with breaking grid news, trying to bring you what's new. So what just released? Another article, a little bit more information. So we're going to dive into this article by NBC News and talk about this the situation our boy Austin St. John is in. Maybe just a smidget. Alright, let's just dive into it. So it says Red Power Ranger actor charged in multi-million-dollar PPP COVID relief fraud scheme. See, we're getting a bit more in these titles now. Before it was just a wire fraud, right? Now they're giving you different titles in the name. I mean, NBC News, he's all over, right? So we're gonna as these articles release, we're gonna be talking about this stuff, right? As breaking grid news, because you know this is like our childhood right here, star actor, and it's just traumatizing for a lot of 90s kids. You know what I mean? So let's read the article and we'll talk about it, my thoughts and discussion. So Red Power Ranger Austin John attends 2015 Great Philadelphia Comic Con Oaks. So this is a 2015 picture of him they put. All right. So I'm gonna read by Marlene Lethang. She says the actor who played the Red Power Ranger in the hit 90s TV series has been charged for his alleged role in a fraud scheme that ranked in $3.5 million for businesses struggling during the COVID-19 pandemic. Department of Justice just announced. Okay. So like I said, like it wasn't just a wire fraud. This goes back to everything with COVID, and you know what? This could have just been the government being like, "Yo, we're just gonna take down these group of guys," because you know how many people apply for these government loans. I heard there's so many people. I don't actually know the people, but you know I've heard stories of so many people who got these loans and bought cars or bought houses, and stuff like that. So I mean, it could have just been like, okay, you know, they chose this guy, you know, all the other cases. They probably have many cases, but they chose this guy here to be like, okay, we're gonna make a national news about it. We're gonna, you know. So, as far as I can see, he has no idea. Like his response to the video earlier. I'll leave the link for the video in the description. But I did a video earlier where Austin St. John, his response to Instagram, his agent said he has no idea of no idea of these allegations, you know. Like I think he was just like doing it. He was just applying for a loan, like all these people have been applying for loans, right? There's different institutions allowing you to apply for these loans. It's for the government, like they represent you in the government, right? I've heard people applying for these things, and you know what I mean, he probably did get the money, got a lot of money, and he just thought nothing of it, you know, like shit, alright, cool, I got all this money, I'm gonna, you know, do what I gotta do, move forward in my career. And then bam, not too long later, we get hit with this shit. So we're going to read more into this article. So it says, Austin St. John, whose legal name is Jason Lawrence Geiger. They're letting you know that that's his legal name. This whole time we've been, you know, his public name has been Austin St. John, but his actual name is Jason Lawrence Geiger. So 47 was indicted last week in Texas, charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. So here we go. Look, there is more information in here in this article. That's why we got to go through these articles, lads. Because the first ones we went through, right? The first one we went through, it didn't say, it basically said like, oh yeah, you know, like he's involved in this wire fraud. Now this one is saying, okay, he's conspiring. Anyone know what conspiring is? Conspiring means he's just agreeing for wire fraud. It doesn't even mean that he did it. So this article is basically saying like they may even got the money. This is just maybe something they had agreed upon or talked about. Maybe they had a rat in that group, and they just went to the public and said, hey, look, I have this information. These people are trying to get this amount of money from the government. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems so, the word sus. Okay, so let's read more into it. But yeah, I like how you have to pay attention to words like this, conspiracy, right? When you hear words like that, you got to know what these words mean. He was one of 18 people indicted in a scheme with allegedly defrauded lenders and the Small Business Administrative Paycheck Protection Program. To receive loans they used for personal expenses, according to the Eastern District, Texas U.S. Attorney Office new release Wednesday. Alright, so we're going to read more in this article. So this one has a little bit more than the other one we reviewed earlier. So this one here says, sorry this video's a bit long, guys. I know my video's not like 3 minutes, but This one's got a little more, a little bit juice in it. We gotta squeeze this out. All were arrested, summoned to for a court appearance, and the release said, altogether, the group is accused of fraudulently obtaining 16 loans, totaling at 3.5 million USD. Officials say the ploy was allegedly led by Michael Hill and Andrew Morin, with Hill accused of recruiting conspirators to either use an existing business or create a business, submit applications to PPP fundings. Michael Hill, that name sounds familiar. What does Michael Hill remind you guys of? Michael Hill is a jewelry store, you know, unless it's a different Michael Hill, but this seems all too related, you know. But anyway, I'm not saying it is the Michael Hill store. I'm just saying that name, Michael Hill, that name is already taken for a business. So Morin allegedly assisted the co-conspirators with applications per work for the loans. On the applications, defendants are alleged to have misrepresented material information such as true nature of their business, the number of employees, and amount of payroll the release stated. Okay, so this thing with the application here, this is just them applying for the loans. Okay, this is not even like they even get the loans. So they're just making, there's really nothing to this, as I can see. Like they're just making this public that, okay, it doesn't sound like they have anything on them. They could still kind of prove this in court, the employees and payroll and all that stuff, because it's just an application, right? You can still produce those documents later. If anything, right? Because sometimes you apply for these things and then they'll ask for more information later anyways. So here it says the SBA and other financial institutions approved and issued the loans to defendants based on the application. PPP funds were part of the CARES Act, passed to provide emergency financial aid to Americans during the pandemic 2020. The PPP funds were designed to help small businesses with job retention and other expenses. But once the funds were obtained, defendants didn't use the money for employee salaries and healthcare benefits, officials said. Okay, so I mean, I feel like this last part here, right? The SBA or other financial institutions and issued loans, whatever. The people who approved these, you know, to issue these loans, shouldn't they be questioning them? Aren't they the ones to blame for this going down? I just feel like they let it go this far so they could be like, all right, these names, some of these names look important. We could make a public thing about this. Because I feel like maybe they have a whole bunch of things going on and they're unable to get this money. But let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna end the video here. PPP funds. Did you apply for one? Did you take one? Would you apply for one, knowing all this headache is involved? Or would you just rather work for yourself and say, hey, I don't need the government money. I don't need, you know, have some money put aside, try to keep your business going. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If first time here, like, subscribe, share, comment. It helps the channel out. We're trying to get to 100 users and beyond. It's your boy Reboot Ranger signing out. Peace.